Hey dads and coaches, welcome to Whiteboard Wednesdays. I'm Coach Mac with Authority Football. We've been talking about how to narrow the field using trips so we can enable and empower our weaker arm quarterbacks to be successful and stretch the ball down the field vertically. And today we're going to talk about how we can successfully stretch the defense horizontally, taking advantage of that narrow field for our throws, but forcing the defense to really stretch and defend from sideline to sideline. And we're going to talk about that today with the screen game. Really simple, quick screens that we can throw to our backs and our receivers that are high completion, high confidence throws for our quarterbacks. So if we take a look here, setting our trips into the field, the wide side of the field, and of course, remember we call the short side the boundary. So we're going to take advantage of all of this grass and all of this space we have here. And at the end of the day, it's very simple for a quarterback. Your job is to get the ball to an athlete so that he can score. We've got a lot of athletes out here and a lot of grass and a lot of space. If we can get them that ball while they're moving in space at speed, we've got a great chance to be successful and let them do the heavy lifting. So ultimately what we talk about a radius that a quarterback has. Talk about a radius that he can throw. And essentially his balls can travel that distance no matter what angle we ask him to throw, predictably, powerfully, and consistently. And so we want to hit routes inside of that radius. And some of those really simple throws that we can make and have a high net gain on those are going to be those screens. And so I'm going to talk to you about 3 screens we can put together in the field over here and make these guys have to make tackles in space while having to fend off defenders in our screen game. So one of the simplest is a simple swing screen from our back. A lot of times he might be opposite the trips. We want to slide him over here into the field side, and all we ask him to do is work that swing screen. And of course, we can block with all 3 of these guys, get the ball to an athlete and get all this space. This is better than any sort of sweep you can draw up. We don't have to worry about any of the interior stuff here. Just get him the rock, let him run at speed in space. Another simple screen we can do, of course, is the bubble screen in here. As we work that bubble and block on the perimeter, we've got the same idea in that case. And of course, we can run some things off of that, like we talked about a few videos ago, working our snag concept off of there as well. So it's not a true screen, we can actually read that. And then finally, a really simple screen we can run to get this guy involved and get him into our radius is a jailbreak or a tunnel screen. We're blocking these guys in here, and he's gonna come back inside, catch that ball down the line, and of course, work up in that direction. And we can get our linemen involved in that as well, but we wanna keep it as simple as possible. And so the most common mistake I see is not putting this ball on a guy's nose. We want to, remember, get the ball to an athlete so that he can score. So put it across his nose here, put it across his nose as he runs so those guys don't have to move their head, don't have to slow down to catch the ball, and then let them do all the heavy lifting. Easy stuff. Thanks for checking in. Check us out next week for the next edition of our series in Whiteboard Wednesdays. Hey, this is Coach Mac. If you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe to our channel.